Hi, this is Marcella Basta, and I am going to share with you today something that's kind of piggyback from my last blog video, and I'm going to talk about gratitude. In my last video, I shared with you 3 things that you can do to start pulling yourself out of depression, and to me, the most important one was the gratitude one. Had I not done that, I don't know if I would be where I'm at today. So for me, the gratitude is what shifted my thinking and shifted my feelings and my emotions and gave me the ability to completely work on myself. So gratitude is really important. But I started thinking that when I was back in the depths of that depression, I didn't know what gratitude was. I didn't feel gratitude. It wasn't in my vocabulary until I started learning it. And so I wanted to create this video for you and to share with you, especially if you're in the throes of depression right now, what gratitude, how you can feel gratitude, especially when you're feeling depressed, and then also how to journal gratitude. Because I think there's a process to be able to journal it properly so that it sinks into your subconscious mind and into your brain and into your thought patterns. There's a process of doing it. So I wanted to share with you 2 things: that how to properly write the I am gratitudes, and I am grateful fors, and also how to feel the gratitude when you're just in the depths of depression. So when you're journaling the gratitude, in the beginning, you're not going to feel it. You're not going to feel gratitude. You're not going to feel happiness, joy. You're not going to feel any of that. And that's okay. That's where you're at that moment, and that is completely okay. But my suggestion to you would be to just write it anyways. Write it down in your journal. I got one of my journals that I wanted to share with you. Just a simple journal. This is an old one, hardcover. I got it at Barnes & Noble's for $5, and this was my feel-good journal because I loved the picture. I loved purple. It was all so beautiful, the cherry blossoms. And so buy yourself a journal and write in the journal that I am grateful for, okay? And do them in the morning and at night. The morning time 5 times, and at night 5 new ones, not the same ones from the morning time. And so write them in your gratitude journal. I call it my gratitude journal, but in that journal I also write feel good stuff. And my hopes and dreams and wishes and goals and stuff. So anyways, back to the gratitude. So in that gratitude journal, when you begin to write I am grateful fors, it is important that you write it as you're saying it. So you would write, I am grateful for, say for instance, my health. I am grateful for my children. Let me write one more. I am grateful for my home. Okay? So when you start to write the I am grateful fors, it's important that you write it full sentences out. Okay? Back when I was in elementary school, when we did something bad, we had to write sentences. And I remember, you had to write 50 times, I will not hit my friend, or I don't know, whatever, right? And so I would write, will, not, hit, because I wanted to get through it faster. Don't do that here. Here, you have to write it completely out because you're trying to reprogram your thought patterns and reprogram your subconscious mind and reprogram all the negative ways of thinking in your mind. And the only way to do that is by writing it fully out. Okay? So don't write I am grateful for, and then write down what you want. Don't do that. Take the time. 5 things you're grateful for in the morning. The minute you wake up, I would grab my journal. I wouldn't even get out of bed. I'd grab my journal and start writing things that I'm grateful for. in time, and also I would do it at night right before I went to bed. In time, you're gonna start to feel the gratitude. But what I started doing was I would visualize myself not having the things I was grateful for. So, you know, it took me some time because I would have to put the fake smile on. I am grateful for this. I am grateful for my health. I had to do that for a while. But in time, I noticed that that smile was just natural. And what I did differently though, after some time of doing the I'm grateful for is I started visualizing not having that thing I wanted to be grateful for. So for instance, I would be grateful, say, for my children. I would visualize my life without them. Man, that would have been a lonely life for me. I adore my kids. I love my children. I would picture whatever I was grateful for. I would picture myself not having it. My blankets. I would picture myself not having my blankets and how cold it would be. I would picture not having a roof over my head and living out in the streets, curled up in a ball in an alley somewhere. How afraid I would be, how scared I would be, how cold I would be. I would start visualizing not having what I'm grateful for. And what ended up happening was I would start to actually feel grateful. It took some time. And I think I shared this before, I started to feel better. It took about 30 days of writing my healing letters and also the gratitude, I really started to feel the difference inside of me. So just know, even though you're down here right now, you will eventually get up here, but it's gonna take baby steps. And so it's important that in those baby steps, so that that you know that you're eventually gonna get to feeling the things you're grateful for. It will happen. I almost guarantee it. I feel like if I can do this, anybody can do this. If I could feel and shift the way that I felt back then, I think anybody can do it. You know, when you watch my blog videos, I share a lot of my stories and how I did it and what I did. And unfortunately, that is just the only way I know how to teach. I feel like I share my examples because I like to learn by people's examples. I like for people to tell me, okay, this is how you do it. Okay, show me how. Give me a visual example, which is why I took the board out today. You know, give me an example of your own life. Give me an example of someone that you know that went through it. So just know, in any of my blog videos, if I talk too much about myself, just know that I'm doing that because I want to be able to share with you and show you and give you examples of how I did it so that you could do it too. So I hope that helped today. I know this is a short video. I really just wanted to talk mainly about the grateful and the gratitude. I feel like the gratitude, this part of your healing process, is the most important part. Without this part, you could not, I believe, I would not have gotten out of the pit of hell had I not done the gratitude, because I was so negative. I hated the world. I hated myself. You know, I hated my life. I hated my parents. Everything was about hating, misery. I don't have this, and why is my life like this? And, you know, just negativity. And the only way I believe I got out of that and was able to heal myself was through gratitude and creating that shift. So remember, fake it till you make it. Write the gratitudes I am grateful for anyways, and eventually you're going to start feeling it. Leave a comment below. I would love to hear how your progress is going. If you started writing healing letters and you started doing gratitudes, leave me a message, send me an email. I would love to hear about your process and how it's coming out for you and how you're feeling and how you're experiencing it. I've shared this process with several women I've helped that have been in the throes and the depths of depression, and I know that it was probably the number one thing that they said made them feel strong again, and help them get to where they need to be. So thank you so much. Pay attention, or look out for my next blog post. Check out my website, marcelabassa.com. Leave me a comment, shoot me an email, and I hope this helped you today. So take care. God bless, and live the life you want to live. Bye.